Thank you.
Go away.
I will take a pillow.
Throw it at the mic.
Throw it at the mic. Mess up. Throw it at the mixing board.
Oh, please no. Please no.
Let's not do that.
Are you just gonna hold it?
Yes. It is for the hands. The beautiful hands.
You look so good.
This is for the hands. I
Got
tickled
him.
my fancies.
Both of them?
No, all 5 of them.
Why does Asher have 2 fancies?
No, I have 5.
What does that mean?
All of them. All right, get us started, Mr. Jack.
Smith 213.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the room. We are happy to be back. We just came from being on break for Christmas, and we're happy to be back. I mean, some of us probably wish we didn't have to, but
Oh no, we're happy about this.
I'm actually pretty happy about it. I'm
Tickled pink.
But yeah, we're all happy to be back, and lots of things are already happening. There are things happening outside our door.
Mark,
and it's
could you
loud.
yell at them?
I will go slay the king. Mark,
The Micah King.
Mark,
You got to write a
your sword.
recording sign on there or something.
Mark, gun.
You guys,
Yeah,
Mark
bring your
is
gun.
about to shoot the RA.
He's bringing his grenade.
The grenade. He's gonna blow the
Guys, we need to survive this. I don't know if that's a...
I feel like I want to give.
They
a
left
commentary on
right
this.
as you opened the door.
I sense my aura.
They
sense the grenade.
developed a sense of existential dread just because Mark was picking up a grenade, thinking about them.
I don't have a grenade, by the way.
Yeah, he does. You literally were
No, I
holding it
don't.
2 seconds ago.
For legal reasons, he does not have a grenade.
And for, like, just factual reasons, I don't have a grenade.
He
Not a
has
grenade.
the husk
Don't
of a
expel
grenade.
him.
He has a
has-
husk of a
It's like
grenade.
a replica or something.
No, it's not a grenade. I don't have a grenade.
It's chill.
No grenades here.
There are no weapons here.
Definitely not a grenade.
Everything abides by the handbook.
No guns, no grenades. No.
Is there a thing in the handbook that says no weapons?
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Grenades are definitely not allowed.
Well, no. But like, it's not live.
Yeah, because there isn't a grenade.
Well, yeah, because it's the
There
husk
is
one.
no grenade.
Fine, there is no grenade.
There is no grenade.
4 lights. Does anyone get that reference?
So yeah, our first day back, and we have a lot of stuff going on. It's the first day of classes. It's actually our second day back, and first day of classes, and just so many things are happening already. I just came back from a theater read through, and that was very fun. And if you guys come to see that, it's Comedy of Errors. It will happen in April.
That sounds right. April.
Yeah, end of April. And I'm
check.
very excited for that. So I have that stuff going on. I have classes to do. I have an opera rehearsal tomorrow. It's all very hectic, and there's a lot of responsibilities that I need to tend to. How about y'all? What are some things that are happening?
Well, I say I'm a math major, so I'm in 3 math classes this semester instead of 1, which is going to be fun. Except theoretically, I also need time to do things that are not math. So we'll see how that goes. But it's good to be back. Good to be back together. Back learning. Yeah, I'm excited.
Why are you looking at me?
Because you're next in the circle.
Oh, am I supposed to talk or something?
It is a
It's a
podcast.
podcast.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
I mean, you could just do solely visual gags, and we'll just laugh and edit it all out.
Those are my specialty. I'm just gonna be guided
Yeah.
by video. Anyways, well, you singers have a lot of rehearsals this week leading up to Illuminare and
Yeah.
Illuminare pretty much.
Yeah, Jack and I are also part of those rehearsals, most of them.
So it's like 7 something hours between Friday and Saturday.
Easily,
We
probably
got an hour
more.
and a half tomorrow. It'll be great. It'll be fun. It's just gonna be a lot.
Lots of music is good, also exhausting.
Yeah.
It'll definitely feel like a film shoot or like tech week for like theater or something like that.
Yeah.
But I do love Illuminare, and I'm very glad that Dr. Hightower is coming back.
Yes.
I'm very excited to see him.
Ooh, fun story about Dr. Hightower. when Dr. Hightower was here last, I went in for my voice lessons, and Dr. Hightower just walked into the room, and he sat down and had a nice conversation with Mrs. Brundage, and also a little with myself about like how we as students, and like Mrs. Brundage as a choral director were all seeing what he was doing and how that impacted our learning, especially like and yeah, it was just a generally very nice conversation. He is a very nice man.
He is brilliant because he came to eat with the U Singers after he worked with us.
Yeah.
For a rehearsal, and he just conversations with him are just so very stimulating because he asks very good questions.
Yes. Yeah.
He's very. He wants to hear what other people have to say. He's not just there to share his expertise, of which he has loads, but he's also trying to learn and gain perspective.
And those of you who don't know who Dr. Hightower is, he is. Sam does not know who Dr. Hightower is. He is the choral director for like the highest level choir in Texas Tech. Is that the university?
Oh,
Yeah.
Is that the university?
It might be Texas A&M, but
I don't think it's
we
Texas
can
A&M.
look it up. We have an email with the correct facts.
Jamie,
It's true.
Jamie, pull up the video of Dr. Hightower wrestling a bear.
But yes, so he is he is considered, and I think has like a title or something saying that he is in charge. He is over the top choir in the nation, the top collegiate choir in the nation, and like he just came and worked with us for like 3 days.
that's incredible.
Yeah. So, like, everybody in his choir takes personal voice lessons because they're in his choir. And, like, that's insane to me. And Dr. Stapleton, our very own, one of our very own voice faculty, she's the other voice teacher along with Mrs. Brundage. Close to be Dr. Brundage. And yes, she is my voice teacher as well. Brundage is my voice teacher as well. But Dr. Stapleton went to Texas, whatever that university is.
Texas.
And she studied under Dr. Hightower, and they were both kind of from the same area. Like, they grew up in the same area, which is just so cool. Like, to have all those connections and all those things, which is one thing I just love about this college, is that no matter where you are, no matter what area you're in, they'll bring the best people they can find for those, especially music. I get it that maybe you don't have the top mathematician in the nation, but I know that for music, it's just they pull out all the stops for everything music, which is just so much fun.
I've gotten to meet some pretty cool film people too.
Don't the Kendrick brothers, or like Alex Kendrick, who does all the like Christian movies and stuff, doesn't he like choose some of his people from here? I feel like I heard that somewhere.
I think I know.
Or like he has come here before.
Mr. Zajdovich knows a lot of people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mr. Z knows a lot of people.
I wouldn't
like,
be surprised if that's true.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's crazy.
Well, one of my dad's closest friends is a filmmaker out in Colorado, and like on a random visit here years ago, we were talking with Dr. Z or Mr. Z, whatever his title is, and
Mr. Zajdovich.
yeah, Mr. Z, and we were like talking about different filmmakers that he knew, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I know him, and I know him." Oh yeah,
That's insane.
yeah,
I think he is very pleased with the network he has.
yes, but yeah,
I would be too. Anyways, that is how we're doing at the start of the semester. We'll get more into that as the episode goes along. But for now, Sam, would you be willing to give our devotion for the day?
Yeah, we've been having special services for the beginning of the semester here at Bob Jones, and it's been incredibly powerful. And a major theme of the messages at these services has been the incredible importance of devoting ourselves completely to God. Going over lots of reasons for that and specific applications, but pursuing Him with our whole lives. And we're back for a new semester. We're rested. We're mostly rested. We're ready to go. And then these services have encouraged us further in our lives, in our walks with God. And that energy, that excitement for life is something I think we can learn from, and it connects to a truth I've been thinking about throughout the past semester. When we think of the church and what the church does, a lot of you listening to this are college students. Some of you aren't, but we here are, obviously. Our generation, we might tend to think we are going to be the church, or we might think of the church as something that has lost its strength, or some of it, or something that we really focus on specific aspects of the early church, or any number of historical aspects, or we think of maybe the completed mission of the church when God restores all of creation and remakes it and completes His redemption of it. Or we might think of the work of the church as something other people do. That's for leaders in the church, that's for our pastors, that's for missionaries. But that's not what Jesus said. Jesus didn't say, he didn't say the people around you will build the church. He didn't say, when you're ready, you will be my church. In Matthew 16:18, he says, I will build my church. In 1 Corinthians 12:17, Paul says, now you are the body of Christ and individually members of it. If you are a believer, a follower of Christ, you are part of the church. You are the church. We here, we 18, 19-year-old dudes who have, relatively little life experience, we are the church. And that's a burden, but it's exciting because Jesus said, I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. Gates are a defensive structure, and prevail is a military term. Gates don't advance on things. Gates don't lay siege. Jesus promises to build His church, to use us to overthrow the gates of hell. Jesus He accomplishes the victory, but He uses us to do it, and He uses all of us. We don't get to wait 20 years until we are the only, until we have to take charge of the church. We're not to let others do the heavy lifting because they have experience. You don't get experience by letting experienced people do everything. You don't obey by letting other people obey. That's ridiculous. Jesus didn't say you will be the church or you're becoming the church. He said you are. The church is not just a past or future reality. It is the present of every believer. And that is really a foundational aspect of our identity as believers. Scripture doesn't tell us to act like the church so that we then can become the church. It tells us we are the church, and then because of that, we are called to obey Jesus, to pursue His kingdom with our whole lives. We obey because we already belong to the church. So if we are the church, that is an incredible truth with it's an enormous burden, except that we have Jesus himself on our side, and he does the heavy lifting. What he expects of us is faithfulness. He wants us to obey even in the mundane, the little, just the every day, the day-to-day. You might think, over break there were days that I didn't really do anything, but I still had opportunities to obey Jesus in how I treated my family or just how I thought. Faithfulness matters even if it's not some big decision you're helping your church make, or you're not leading some massive outreach or anything like that. It's obedience matters no matter what. And we as a church need to, as local churches and as the body of Christ, need to be supporting each other in obeying continually and in actively, boldly pursuing his kingdom. We need to live now as though we are the church that will overthrow the gates of hell. Jesus works through us as long as we work in him. We're not to wait for the church to show up. We are the church. We are God's tools in the world right now. We are how he works, primarily. So let's live now, not just my generation, but it's a burden I have for the people around me, but all believers. We need to be living differently. If we're not all living like the church that overthrows the gates of hell, then something needs to change, and we can do that now because Jesus has already won that victory.
Well, while you were talking, I looked up 1 Peter 2, specifically verse 5, but starting at verse 4. Coming to him as a living stone rejected, indeed by man, but chosen by God and precious. You also are living stones, or as living stones are being built up in a spiritual house, a holy priesthood, to offer up spiritual sacrifices acceptable to God through Jesus Christ. We as Christians are not only part of the church, we are the church. And when we work together, like, I forget which verse it is, but the verse where two or more are gathered, I am there. And then also a strand of 3 cords is not easily broken. 2 people can, one person can climb a mountain, but with a friend or a brother, you can pick each other up and it'll be a lot easier. I believe that idea is in Psalms, if I remember.
Proverbs,
correctly.
I believe.
Proverbs, yeah. So we as Christians not only are the body of the church, I guess, individually, but we need to work together. And that's something that I personally find difficult and need to work on, but yeah.
As part of a body, each of us is both necessary and dependent. We need each other, and others need each of us.
Yes.
The eye cannot say to the hand, I have no need of you. Likewise, the ear cannot say to the nose, I am better than you. For if there was no ear, where would the hearing be? I think I said that out of order, but
A little bit, but yeah, I got the idea
that's the
across.
idea. That's something I had to realize, is whenever Paul is doing the body analogies, he never says the toe or the kidney, or these he says the hand or the arm, the eyes.
The things that are readily
he
useful.
uses large organs that don't think of yourself, oh, I'm just the fingernail, I'm just here. Like, no, you're the hand. He's counting on you. Like,
God is counting on each one of us to do our jobs individually, but also work with one another. Yeah.
And don't underestimate how important you are, And don't think yourself higher than anyone else, but don't don't diminish yourself either. That's something that I struggled with.
Humility isn't, I think this was C.S. Lewis, is not thinking little of yourself. It's thinking of yourself little.
Yes.
Humility is a right perspective of how you see God and yourself, not how lame you think you are.
Yeah, there's a fine line between puffing yourself up and beating yourself up so much. You know? Like,
Yeah.
those are both pride. Which is odd. to think
There's a
about.
certain point at which your guilt and your sadness over your own iniquity, over your own sin, there's a point at which your guilt turns into pride because you don't let go of it.
Yeah.
There's a point at which you say, you are fundamentally saying to God, your forgiveness isn't enough, so I'm going to keep wallowing in self-pity. And that is something I noticed or had a realization of over, like, I think it was senior trip to the wilds. And see, there is such a thing as the conscience blurring the line, and there is such a thing as that, and you can be like, well, okay, I don't feel bad for my sin, but there's also the other way. You can feel overly self-pitying of yourself and be like, oh, I'm no use, and just keep on going. At that point, you're looking for validation from your friends. It's just, there's a certain point at which it goes from being, Lord, I have sinned and I will do better, to, Lord, I've sinned and there's nothing you can do about it.
That's really an insult to Christ's work on the cross.
Yeah.
Well,
Now that it's all serious and sober.
Yeah. to lighten the mood, I guess we can go on to kind of the main segment, which is a little bit of a new segment. We looked back at episode 2 specifically and came up with like a collaborative story scenario. Like we took the idea of the like horror thing that we did, and that's kind of what we hope to do more of in the future, kind of just to like display our own like way of thinking about each other and a little bit of ourselves to y'all,
we
to
just
help y'all know each other, or help y'all know us.
Now that we've just finished about not being prideful, let's talk about ourselves.
a little bit, but yeah.
Share ourselves.
But yeah, one thing is that we wanted to play to our strengths. We want to know, like, okay, what is our group really good at? And it's really funny because you've got so many different personalities in this circle. You've got the 2 math majors who are very different. Well, technically one of them's an accounting major?
Actuarial
sciences, but it's still the math sciences department.
Whatever.
So it's a math.
It's math.
It's math.
And so you've got those
traitor,
two,
but it's
which
math.
are like literally almost exact opposites of just personality wise. And then you've got, we're just a bunch of nerds. And it's, the thing is, we're so different and it's hard to find one thing we're all good at. But I think one thing that went really well is the horror, who would die first in a horror movie. And I just thought it would be fun. Well, I thought it would be fun. I came up with the role play idea where we all come up with a collaborative story, and Sam and Asher came up with the idea of it being a zombie apocalypse.
Like kind of the prompt from like episode 3, like what would we do realistically, or like not realistically, I guess,
Well,
in a zombie apocalypse on campus.
Well, realistically, if it did happen, what would we realistically do?
Realistically, I would just go off campus.
Well, okay. What if we were trapped on campus? What would you realistically do then?
The rest of it is a nuclear wasteland. Campus is the only safe.
Exactly.
or we're trapped in a building. But do we wake up one morning and everyone's a zombie, or is it in the middle of classes? Do we find are we all together? How does this start? What's the cause?
Well, there has to be a
or do we know the
patient zero.
cause?
So like, is a med major doing something wrong?
Oh, it definitely comes out of the
no.
Mac building. Yeah.
Yeah, I would have to say yes.
Sorry, all the nursing majors. It's your fault.
A nursing major or like a med major. Sorry.
Biology.
Yeah, biology.
Maybe it
whatever.
comes out of the science building.
What it is-
Something.
We don't know what goes on.
Is it
in
a
there.
Yeah.
biomechanical weapon?
What it is that one of those creepy nursing dolls that sit around in the nursing room comes to life and turns
Oh my goodness.
Or wait, Jack. Do you remember or were you there? Did you ever see when Basilian was still in the third floor of Rodehaver?
Well, yeah.
They had this
Yeah.
like mannequin doll just in the back of the room, disassembled, laying there.
Oh, I did see that actually.
Yeah,
That was before I knew you. That was weird.
yeah. That was, but still,
Oh, that was what
Yeah.
a throwback.
what if?
But yes, I did see that actually.
What if it's just?
What
a
if
bunch
they were
of those?
testing? What if they were testing on the mannequin?
And maybe it's not zombies. It's
Oh,
what is this? Is this robots
know
that are
what we're
taking
doing
over
now.
people?
Zombies.
Zombie robot something
It's not-
unalive or
Most zombies are
undead.
like undead, but our
Yeah.
zombies are like they turn people into mannequins.
I feel like we need ground rules for how these things operate. Because if they're killing machines and this becomes a hiding game, that's one thing. If they're like a threat, but they basically just throw things into martial law, but they can be combated, that's something else entirely.
I think they're biomechanical. So they're these semi robots that just take over people. So it's zombies, but instead of being
Yeah.
undead, they're just controlled by mindless robots.
So it's
That doesn't make any sense,
They're
but
like
that's okay.
mannequins that someone in mechatronics.
So
Something
Elon
like
Musk brain ship. Yeah, as Sam said, it's kind of biomechanical, and they're pretty easy to combat. But there's just a huge number of them. It's like, yeah,
Cybermen, that's what I'm thinking of. It's like
Yeah.
the Cybermen.
Well, you can get away from them, but like if you try
Yeah.
fighting them, they will ultimately bite you and make you
like they'll
make you a
overwhelm you, but
zombie.
you can
Guys,
take one or
should we
two.
make this
yeah.
extra creepy?
Taking
Yeah.
one or two
Yeah.
is easy, but if there's like more than like 3 or 4, then
Should we
you're
make
kind of
this
just
extra creepy?
done.
Sure.
So the
How is
thing
it
is,
extra creepy?
if they touch you, then they got whatever nanotech or we don't really know how they work. But if they touch you, you're one of them. But they're like based off of mannequins, right? Because we're talking about all the mannequins that were like sitting in the corner being creepy,
So your arm turns into a mannequin arm?
I
Yeah.
personally would say that it's not
No,
a touch based thing. It's more of like if they like cut
physically
you
take
or like
over
yeah,
your body.
Yeah, if they like get
Like
you on the
face-
ground and are
I'm
able to like
So wait, do
grapple
they
you.
kill or do they overtake and
I'm
like
thinking-
be
They
dead?
just
both?
basically
inject you with some sort of technology that.
Oh.
I'm thinking of if you're looking at it, it doesn't move bit,
Oh,
like
I
Weeping
hate
Angels?
that.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, that's kind of good.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I
we could
hate
do
that
that.
though.
Yeah, we could
That's
do
good,
that.
though.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right, so Weeping
So-
Angel mannequins.
So probably we start like in the middle of the day. Maybe
Probably.
because we can't have everyone else on campus be this because we get overrun pretty fast.
Yeah.
But if like
It
spreads
starts out as
during
one or two,
like
yeah.
while chapel is getting out.
Ooh.
Oh, dude. That'd be like
There's one of them in the
Chapel's
lobby.
mass-
Like chapel ends, and everyone starts to leave, and it's just sitting
just
in the
sitting
lobby
there?
of Rodenhaver, and they're like,
So like the
what
last
is
few
this?
people coming out of
Lobby
the
of
chapel
FMA,
get
yeah.
hit from behind
Now,
as
like,
soon as they look away.
like most people just, there's 100 people coming out.
Oh, yeah,
chapel,
'cause
so
there's always
they're
someone looking at it until the
most
end,
people
so it's just
walk
this-
Past. They're like,
Yeah,
that was
so the
cool.
last few coming out of chapel.
But then like,
Oh no.
oh, we'll make it dramatic. We'll make it relatable. Everyone knows. Dr. McAllister happened to be the last person out. And
Oh, he's their leader. No, not Dr. McAllister. We can't have that. We're dead if he's their leader.
Not
We have no
necessarily.
He's
chance.
such a strong leader. That's terrible.
Oh
Lord,
no!
McAllister,
Who would
no.
Dr. McAllister take after that? Probably Crockett.
Yeah, it'd probably be something like
And then Crockett would take
It would
like
just go down the chain of command until the
do they
teachers.
head for the DC? Because everyone goes to the DC.
It would just
Yeah.
it would basically
there's-
spread
I
with
know it
people.
would go where there are easy
Yeah, so
individuals
like the
to
parking
pick off.
garage.
Yeah,
they
so-
would head for the parking garage.
Oh,
And
that
get all
is
the town
very
students.
true.
No,
All
they
the
would go
town
for the
students trying to
DC
drive
first,
out.
like right
I
Oh
after.
yeah, they would take over the parking garage first.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
very good point.
At what point would they become a known threat? Like everyone on campus knows that this is happening.
As soon as Dr. McAllister walks out with a mannequin arm, we got phones. We see this pretty fast.
I don't know if
See, like,
I don't like the
they-
he is a mannequin.
Well, not quite. He's got mannequin parts on him.
it's he looks like Dr. McAllister, but if you touch him, he doesn't feel right.
So
Okay, that's not.
Maybe cut that.
so he's got like nanotech.
I would say it's
It's like-
almost like
maybe it's it's
slightly
They inject you with
zombified.
nanotech that
it's
like
adjacent to
puts-
nanotech, but with mannequin parts.
Interesting.
Here's the thing.
It's a mechanical zombification
know
rather
quite
than
how these things.
Nanotech.
We don't know quite how these things work because that first one in Rodenhaver was actually the guy who invented it.
FMA.
So, or yeah, we we
Wait,
can
so
only
is the guy
speculate.
the first guy who
How this
invented it?
started.
So is this coming from a student who wasn't supposed to be fiddling with these things, or did this come from a teacher who was like teaching somebody how to do something and it just went
I would
wrong?
say it's like a combination of both. Like it's an experiment in a class that went wrong.
Yikes.
Yeah, someone's experiential learning went a little bit too far.
Yeah.
Is that the twist? Like the guy in Rodenhaver at the beginning, that was the student, and then at the end when we think we've gotten them all, somebody goes into the Mac building and we see the teacher.
I don't know.
All right.
I'm
So,
thinking
But
ahead
yeah,
too far.
what would we like?
Okay.
I think it would take about like an hour
Yeah.
for like
Somebody-
everyone to be like pretty sure that it's a pretty good
Yeah,
threat.
Well,
I'd say
once they take over the-
they take over the parking garage within 10 minutes.
Yeah.
yeah, and I imagine
And
someone
they would
turn
start
around
spreading
and
to the
see spread
DC really
beginning
fast.
At
Yeah.
FMA, and then it sort
Like-
of freezes for a second.
There would be at least one.
It would depend on if
student.
that person realizes that looking stops them.
There would be at least one.
Yeah,
town
how fast
student.
would we figure it out?
The person who plays the most video games.
That is true. There would be some people who figure
Okay.
it out really fast.
There would be one town student who got in his car before they took over the parking
Looks
garage
in the-
and managed to escape.
Looks into the
See it in his
rear view mirror.
Yeah, it's just
He's in the
standing there.
back. He's in the back seat.
And they stop because he's looking at them through the mirror, I guess.
Yeah, and then they're like standing behind
Or
the
does,
cars.
do
so he's, like,
mirrors
honking.
stop?
Mirrors
Does
not
looking at them through a mirror count or not? That's another rule we have to
That'd
establish.
be
Or
Because
if you're
otherwise we
looking
could
at
just
them
like
through
have
glass,
mirrors and
like what about through glass?
I think that counts. I
through
think-
glass is direct.
I think through glass and looking
Reflect,
at
like
reflections.
reflections only
counts
half
too.
count and they're slow.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, it starts spreading. It
Okay.
gets bad. So we're gonna fast forward a few hours,
Okay.
A few
where it's
hours.
like
28 hours?
no,
No.
like 5 hours, where like
Maybe.
most everybody is.
Most everybody is
Okay, yeah.
infected.
Except-
where would we be? Like as a group, most of us would have gone to lunch.
And that's
I don't know how we would have
That's why-
realized, but I feel like at some point we do.
I would be in the youth singers choir room.
Okay,
Yeah.
somebody who had this.
Maybe
somebody's
you
faculty-
notice. You notice because it's spreading through the U singers.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Yeah, it's awful.
So wait,
It
like
would be-
a door slams open and then there's just a still mannequin standing in the entrance to the choir room.
that's awful.
Wow.
At some
Wow.
point, a faculty would get notice of it, and they would send out an email to all the students, being like, there's a infection going on.
Don't worry, we'll take care of it.
Don't worry about it. Don't do anything. No, I think I would.
Classes are still on.
Public safety would lock down the campus, and that's why no one can get out because they've been locked in.
These things are pretty much mindless, right? So they wouldn't like go for public safety and overwhelm them.
Yeah,
No.
they just go for whoever's closest.
Yeah.
Except for Dr. McAllister.
They knew Dr. McAllister was the leader.
He's the smart one.
They could sense the aura coming off of him that he was a threat.
Dr. Bob the Third.
Oh no!
No.
That's
So-
gonna be. That's the creepy part
So
about
what would
this.
be
Is you're
our
going
game
around and
plan?
then it's Dr. Bob. Yeah.
Dr. Bob
So-
is so scary. I'm sorry, but he's
terrifying.
all respect to him because he's a great man. But I mean, you can't say like if you saw that man sprinting at you,
As a
I would
zombie,
scream.
But I imagine it would be
you
like an
wouldn't
almost
see him.
clumsy sprint, like a mannequin.
like a zombie shuffle, basically.
Basically,
but very-
but like,
with
have you
weeping
ever seen
angels.
how like, have you ever seen how lanky that dude is? He's
Yeah, he's about as
so lanky.
There's a lot
Yeah.
of people on campus it'd be
hear,
really
like-
scary for.
he would be doing like a mannequin shuffle, but with the speed of a weeping angel, and with his lankiness.
What is a weeping angel?
It would look like a mixture
watch
between Adam and I, like just our like creepy crawl
And-
things.
and, you know,
Yeah.
I think our main goal is to not let them take Adam because he would just like
He'd become the
Yeah,
leader.
we would protect Adam because he
Or
can't
would
die.
Adam
Would I
become their
protect
leader
you?
just default? He doesn't even even need to get like.
He doesn't. He never gets infected.
I'm like the traitor that's like in cahoots with.
Or no, he's the solution. We figure out that he can lead them.
They listen
We
to
just
me.
lead him away. But yeah. So would we like write to the group chat and be like, all right, guys, let's meet at this spot?
I kind of want to get into the tunnels.
Why?
I feel like the DC
We're gonna
is
get
probably going to be
cornered
the
now.
safest
That's how they're
building.
getting around.
They're gonna come at us from both
Why
directions.
would the
Not
DC be safe?
It feels like
How,
the safest
if they
building.
were mindless, they
You're
wouldn't
right,
know
though.
about the tunnels.
Here's the thing, though. After chapel, everyone goes to DC. So when this
Yeah.
all happens,
It's less
everyone's
likely
in
to
DC.
spread that direction.
And
So
because there's
it would
just so
actually
many
be more
people
likely to
looking at
spread
them stops them.
toward the DC because there's like more
There are people walking every direction, though.
Yeah.
That,
So they would, like,
they'll
see
be
'em?
see-
There's
yeah.
safety
okay.
in large
Yeah.
numbers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because of the seeing thing, the DC would be where everyone is, and it would be safe.
So just to clarify a point, when I was thinking Weeping Angel, I think they cannot move if you are looking at them.
Oh.
But if you turn away, they move ridiculously fast.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely,
Okay,
definitely.
okay.
Which are these guys like lightning speed fast, or are they like clumsy mannequins?
I think like a sprinting man.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Can you hear creaking plastic when they're coming?
I
There's
would
probably
There's
some of
say
that.
this like rubber/plastic sound that's like
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, no.
How can you just do that?
He's one of them. He's been taken.
He's turned.
that's totally the sound they would make too. And then they would speak and be like
That's terrifying, Jack. That is terrifying.
because like if they're digital, like they also have nanotech
Yeah.
something. There also could be like a voice box that doesn't quite work yet.
They're incomplete. Wow, that's scary. Wow. Okay, but like what happens?
Okay, now that we have
Okay,
the sound
so
bites for
what's our
our
game
Anyway,
plan?
And-
well, I think we need melee weapons.
we do.
We go to the Culinary Arts Building and plunder their knives. Or we figure out we need to get someone on stage crew, get into Rotohaver and get into their equipment. We need demo.
That's a good.
That's not a
That's a
bad
good
idea.
call. And it's like
Rodehaver would be an easy. Would it be an easy place to?
it would
no,
be
because
pretty easy to
there-
defend.
there would be parts of it that
There
would
are
be
a lot
fairly
of
easy to.
corners.
Yeah.
They
That
could
is
fly out from
true.
behind.
That is true. There's a lot of corners. in
But
there.
like if so I'm thinking that they're pretty easy to just like whack and take out. At least like incapacitate for a
I
bit.
feel like you need to like lay into them with a sledgehammer for a good few minutes.
Yeah.
Well, they're mannequins, so you could just like whack them really
also,
hard
these are
and
still
they'll fall
humans,
apart.
So we are probably somewhat holding back.
Probably.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. Sorry.
But we do need demo. We need like power.
But
tools and
honestly,
such.
what I,
We're gonna hold back, but like
with a jackhammer.
yeah.
Like, so I think at one point I get my golf club because that's the
Nice.
closest thing that I can get.
That seems like
and
a good zombie weapon.
there's a.
Mark
So
and
we
I
go to
each
the
carry
nearest.
a grand piano and throw it at them.
Yes.
They will roll.
Wait,
need
could we
to-
get?
Sorry.
Could we easily defend FA?
It's a lot of it's a lot of small
Yeah.
rooms with corners.
Yeah.
A dorm would be bad for the same reason.
Yeah.
Well,
But like, what if we're
Like unless we're like
dorms are
in the hallway at the
infested.
end of a hallway.
What if we sat in one room?
Is our
Just waited.
goal?
We have to have a
survival
goal.
for a time period. Is it trying to find a cure? Try to
So-
kill
You know what?
We have to
could-
solve it, I think.
I think after they get a certain level of like confidence and level of like strength, I feel like they
start
just stop
developing-
being. They stop being affected by us looking at them.
Yeah, they start developing some brains once they get enough of a hive mind going.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
So I mean, I don't know. I feel like no offense to everybody here, but I feel like we're just not smart enough to do that.
We're not smart enough to like
I feel like we would just have to
Yeah.
hold out until
we would either have to
National
hold
Guard
out
arrives
or
something.
just like drive away.
You can't drive away. The campus is locked down. It's
And we
can't
ITS.
climb.
Don't touch it. ITS.
we can't climb.
No
We
walls.
can't climb, and neither can they. Okay.
No climbing. That's against the hand.
So okay, I can't get out of campus.
walls
It's
are-
past 10:30.
The walls are not traversable terrain.
I feel like we just die. I feel like
eventually.
Could be.
If
Or-
you really wanted to find the solution, you'd have to go to the Mac building, find the source.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which of course
And then
would be-
Adam faces off with the source and takes over. He takes over the colony. Our mission is to get Adam there because they don't. We notice for some reason they
Adam
don't go
starts
for
going.
him. Somehow we see that they don't go for him. I don't know how we see that.
It's a
But then-
combo. They see me, and I can do the poses that they do, and then you can make the noises. That they
Wait,
make,
do you
because
guys
you're
know
a
the
music
game
person.
Mannequin?
No.
Yeah.
Where you like
Where you try to move and then like
if someone looks at
you, you
have
gotta
to, like,
freeze. Yeah.
You gotta freeze.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Or like,
Yeah.
or like,
And, like, last
if
one out
someone
wins.
if someone does a pose, you have to like copy the pose. Or like, I feel like in order to do that, Adam has to like play a game of like match that pose or like Just Dance or something.
Yeah.
And we have to look every direction around.
we just,
to
like-
make sure we're.
We so at what time
Would anybody
does,
would anybody
like, the-
get picked off?
I feel like it's bound to happen.
It's
Yeah.
bound to happen to one of us. I mean, every
Somebody
good
has
movie
die
has to have
heroically.
one.
At least one.
Yeah. But
Please not me.
so like what I'm thinking is that because we know that Adam can find the cure.
They go after Adam.
No. We can like rush through them and take out as many as possible while we're on our way. Because we don't care if we're infected because Adam can find the cure and cure everyone. Right?
I don't know how we learned this, but we do.
So okay, so at the beginning we're working together to try
We're
to
just,
keep
like-
them all at bay while we move Adam across
Yeah.
the campus, but they just keep coming and we can't do it. So we just
they
charge and all
yeah.
sacrifice.
we just like go
ourselves.
through like the Wii like sword fighting where you have to take out all the dum 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 dum.
You're holding a golf.
Jack,
Ding
I've had a
ding.
sledgehammer from Rotohaver.
you and I with our lightsabers or something.
Yeah, you have a lightsaber.
I feel
I've got
like
my backpack full of calculus books. And for just swinging it.
The melee
For some
weapon.
reason, the backpack is the most effective weapon.
yeah.
Yeah, because
I
you
have
just
to.
whack
The
someone.
centrifugal
I feel
force
like
of just
I would-
moving in a circle. Like I have to keep.
I feel
using
like
it.
I would have a driver in one hand and then my lightsaber in the other, just and I would have to have my lightsaber on, of course.
Of course.
because that makes it
Because
more
that's just
effective.
cool.
What
Yeah.
color do you use for this scenario?
Ooh.
I would use red.
Red, really?
Me personally, yeah.
I mean, younglings, you know.
with a blue lightsaber. The Youngling Slayer 3000.
I feel like
it overtakes the
no,
Academy too.
We figure out that he's the cure, and we got to stop this before it gets to the academy. Like,
Yeah.
we can't be having that.
Oh no.
That's our time limit.
Yeah, but I want to slay some younglings.
All right, we're sacrificing Asher first.
Asher is the one who said, "Well, we'll just rush at him."
We
which is
blindfold
usually the guy
Asher
who
and push
dies.
him out
So-
into the open.
Well, the thing is,
Well, no. The thing that would happen is Asher would get a little too trigger happy, and he would just like he would just like start like spinning his lightsaber super fast and like trying to do a bunch of fancy things, and then like
not necessarily, no. Realistically, no.
but like
For entertainment value.
for entertainment
For
value,
entertainment
for entertainment value, you would get a little trigger happy and just like forget to look at your back, and
Yeah.
someone would overtake you and it'd be really emotional.
So I would go out first.
yeah.
Okay.
You can say
That-
that.
And then the
That's
rest of us probably
We'll give
eventually
you
just
a
We
sacrifice
like
ourselves.
we get like progressively taken out before Adam gets
So
to
I would
the source.
get taken out near the student mall. If we're over near
like that.
Well,
the
okay.
DC.
If we're over near the DC, I feel like we wouldn't think of the Mac building right away. I
also
feel
don't
like
know that we would ever go to Rotohaver if they have the parking garage already. They've probably spread in there.
exactly. I feel like we would try to get back to our dorm. Just because, like, that's the only place we know. That's where my golf club is. That's
So-
where our lightsabers are.
So we can sneak back to the dorm.
And that's the direction that the academy's
Okay,
in, so
wait,
we go
wait,
there
guys.
to try to protect the children.
And then the email is sent out, and it's like something came
What's the
out.
sound?
What?
What's the
Trying to
Outlook
make
sound?
that outlook sound.
What's that?
I don't know what the Outlook sound is.
What?
Do. I don't know. It's just a generic notification sound.
I don't know. But Outlook, the email comes out, and we're like, oh, it's sourced from the Mac building. And then at that point, Adam's like, for some reason, like playing with one. He's like,
We're all concerned about protecting ourselves, and Adam is just playing with them. We're like, hold up.
Here's the thing. I don't usually, especially this semester, I don't need to run to the DC, and I usually have a late breakfast, so I don't usually go to the DC after.
I saw you running this
Chapel.
morning.
I was everywhere this morning. I couldn't find my books. I'll tell you about that later.
Okay.
But I would probably have come straight back to the dorms, so I would already be here. And so that then when the infection comes here, the dorms would be taken over pretty fast. Because people would, these holidays
It's
are
really
so
easy to
tight.
not see people.
Yeah.
It's, yeah. Except for me, because I'm me for some reason.
You can look in every direction at
You guys
once.
would have made your journey here, and when you get here, the dorm would be like half taken over, or there would be creatures in the hallway.
Yeah.
And you would have to use your back-to-back techniques to get into your door and lock the door behind you. And eventually, maybe
Bro.
you hear something trying the door handle while you're in there.
Yeah.
And then eventually,
Have to go out the window.
eventually
we have to
you'd
go out the
hear-
window.
Yeah. Eventually, you'd hear my voice though, and you're like, "It's Adam, what?" And you'd open the door and be like, "Hey guys."
And there are also like two
And there's
managers
like two
being
of them just
normal.
like around me, and I'm like, "Yo, guys, what do you think of these things? They're pretty cool, right?" And they're like, "They're trying to kill us." It's like
One of them is Joe Diachenko with like an airsoft gun, fully suited up.
That is the most. That's scarier than Bob Jones III.
Bro, can you imagine Noah?
Noah McCheese? Gary? Oh, he'd be like a barbarian or something.
Noah Garion would just like he wouldn't care if anyone was looking at him. He'd just barrel
He
through.
just go anyway. Some of the dudes here on campus would be terrifying.
Oh my
and
word!
there's this one place where you hear this like one. It's at like 80 decibels, and it's just like it sounds like a broken record.
Is that-
Yeah, you and McCheese would just be like making friends with him. Until like eventually like they start being aggro toward you.
Yeah, but but the thing is, you know, I open the door and you guys we figure out that for some reason they're not hurting me, and we close the door behind me, but we forget to lock it. And then once we start making our plan to go to the Mac building and figure it out, then they start getting enough of a hive mind to be able to move while people are looking at them, and they open the door and are just the beginnings of being able to move, so they're very slow and like we gotta run, and so somehow we have to get past Joe DeSanko or climb out the window or something.
Yeah, we'll probably end up climbing out the window.
Yeah, so we climb out the window. That's fun from the second story.
Yeah, it's not that difficult.
It's not
I
that terrible.
I haven't done it before. Just for the record.
We could like throw a couple mattresses out and like just tally ho, just like jump out the window. Okay, from there,
we can make it.
from there, I think we just like again like
have to get to the Mac building.
we have to get to the Mac building, which actually is right there.
It's right up the hill. Yeah.
But-
right up the hill.
But
Yeah.
at this point, almost the whole campus is taken, and we're one of the last few.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
And
at
so
this point,
there is
people are
already
like,
between
the
us.
hive mind is reporting that we are like there. So like,
good.
Which is
literally,
why the teamwork, keeping each other safe, stops working because there's too many of them.
Yeah,
Exactly.
And then they start
Yeah.
living on their own.
so we just like
and they
fully
start going all aggro toward Adam.
yeah. So we like all rally around Adam and just bang, 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 take out mannequins left and right, and we finally make it to the Mac building. 3 of us are dead.
We need to get a bunch of equipment, take it into the Jerusalem chamber, and then like hold them off at the choke point.
Oh, like in the Lord of the Rings, like that
There is
scene.
no escape.
Wait, does that chimney go anywhere?
Oh, I don't know.
I
No,
think
it
it's
doesn't.
no, it
Noah
doesn't.
Gary is,
No.
like slamming the door. They have a cave troll.
Yes.
He like punches somebody. It's like
Yeah.
I was wearing mithril.
I was wearing society merch.
Yes.
The
Basil
society
Society
merch
merch.
changed.
The Basilian Eagles T-shirt has saved me.
And like at that point, no, you would have died.
Yeah, I would have died.
You would have already
did that
died.
now.
I feel
We
like
sacrificed you.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be
like
me
that.
and
Or did
Mark.
he sacrifice
Oh, would we
himself?
survive?
I feel like we would survive.
Yeah, I
no, maybe
You have the golf club.
You
so
guys probably
still
survive
alive.
longer than I do.
I'm
Yeah,
still.
Mark-
I have a golf club and a lightsaber.
Mark because
so
of his
like,
Mark because of just his strength. He's living
It's
off
me,
that
Sam.
jolliness.
It's me, Sam, and Mark
can
all
look at
protecting.
them and
So
they
I'm the
die.
only one who's died, and like Nathan because he's kind of slow.
Maybe I don't really want to throw Nathan under the bus like that.
I think
though.
Nathan got taken earlier. I feel like he sacrificed himself early while we were working together.
I feel like we were all
Nathan-
looking
It was an
at the
honorable
wall,
death.
and he was walking towards us, and then one like
Got him before we could see it.
All
yeah, he was
basically
just
like
rounding a corner when one slammed his head and then like paused because we were looking at it, but it was too late because
It was too late.
kind
yeah,
of
yeah,
like
got it.
kind of like the what's his face's death in Quiet Place.
I'm not familiar.
That's
Sure.
How,
I don't
that's
know.
how you found out that they were in the dorms.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's
yeah.
the one who.
Nathan, your death was a very dramatic reveal. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, your
It was a
death was
beautiful
very
scene,
dramatic.
Nathan.
And so anyway, we get there. It's me, Mark, and Sam and Adam. But the thing is, I don't know what we did, but we took one of the mannequins that isn't like tortured, I guess, and we like grabbed it from one of the buildings in the like we held them off enough to where we grabbed it and we sent Adam to the source while we diverted everyone to the Jerusalem chamber. And so Adam's like, oh, have you guys been in that like the
conference room thing.
yeah,
there's
like
another-
the randomly ornate room
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
has like
Oh, with sermon audio or a
The
different
room
one?
next
It's
to
like
it.
past
Yeah.
that.
Past that, yeah. Isn't that where Omega
like-
meets?
Oh yeah, that room.
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
room.
I forgot about that room.
That room is so cool.
Yeah.
But that's where the source is.
Yep.
Who is the source?
It would be whoever the nursing.
I
teacher
feel like
Who are we gonna
I feel
throw
like
under
we don't.
the-
I feel like we don't need to name any names. That's
I,
probably
feel, I
for the
want to
best.
though.
Oh,
He turns around and
Bro,
it's
we've been naming so many.
it's Crockett. No, in the nursing wing.
Crockett's in the nursing wing. Wait,
For some reason.
why does the nursing stuff even happen? I don't even know.
I don't know. Man.
Someone
Bottom
who's a
floor-
nursing major, please let
bottom-
us know like all of your life story.
Please correct me if I'm wrong, but the bottom floor of the Mac building is
Yeah, that's where all
the
the
nursing
goonies are.
department.
Yeah.
They've got the
Okay,
they've
so
got the
then
lab
you would
in
go
there and stuff.
downstairs, not upstairs. So we
Or
would go to the
unless he's
Jerusalem
hiding.
changer.
He hides upstairs in that room.
How would we know that though? We just randomly like, oh, let's go to the conference room.
Let's
No,
die in a cool
no.
place, I guess.
No, because Adam's the only one who like.
Did he get information from McCheese?
No, Adam like just feels like a magical pull
or
because
he can
he's like
see,
the
Adam,
only
like-
one who like isn't.
or he can see the guards. Like there's just
I would
there's just
say
a trail
that-
of people, like a specific trail that he can.
I don't know. I would say
Hundreds of them. What stands out?
There are a few standing like on the stairs and just like in it, like basically in
Well,
just.
we
a-
would have to take those out because
Oh,
they're
yeah,
going
the
up.
law-
Weirdly
the law
enough-
is
they weren't
covered
going
with
after him.
With attacking.
I feel like one of us would have to
things.
stay to watch the ones on the stairs while he runs past, and then that's just a sacrifice.
except that because of the hive mind, it's because of the hive mind they've gotten beyond when we see
it
them.
still
they
it
can
still slows them,
move.
so
Yeah.
they're not fully effective. So we're able to somehow
We're
get
able
him
to hold
all the
them
way up
off.
the stairs.
So their movement is like
We
jerky,
cannot blink
stilted.
Because we
but-
blink.
But here-
Ooh,
No,
that's
blink-
terrifying.
Blink
When-
one eye
when
at
we-
a time. That's a lot of winking.
That's
That might be
dangerous.
nerds.
Okay, we all just tried that. No one can see it, but we all just tried that. There was like about a
New
second
visual
of
bit.
silence. Yes.
So okay.
Here's
So
what I
anyway,
see. we come into the Mac building lobby, and they're coming from all directions.
Yeah.
We start to back up into the Jerusalem keep, but we notice the staircase. There's 15 of them just standing on the staircase, just perfectly straight, perfectly rigid, not moving an inch, even though we're there and everything else is attacking us. They're like, there's something upstairs. And so maybe that's how we
yeah.
the
So
direction.
we're just like,
So-
Adam, go up there. We're gonna go defend the Jerusalem chamber for no
We're gonna grab a
reason.
mannequin and then
Why are
throw
we
it as a
going into the
hostage.
Jerusalem chamber?
Because it's a cool spot and we like dying like heroes.
Okay, it is an epic spot to be like we're all.
And
in the
honestly,
back with
if we
the
were like
millions
filming
of
this, we
time.
could like make it look like
would
it
be
wasn't
pretty cool.
actually.
That is true.
We could make it look like it's not actually all that out of the way.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we're in the Jerusalem chamber and we're fighting to the death.
I like to imagine that we grabbed a mannequin from
Yeah.
the nursing wing and then we're holding it hostage. Take another step and we'll snap it. It's already
Ligaments.
Wow.
Put it
Tied
in
to a
awkward
chair.
position.
Tied to a chair or something. I don't know.
We'll do CPR too hard.
Make it look like Adam. I feel like we would have way too much fun like while doing this at the same time.
Yeah, because we know that Adam can get the cure, and like if we're dead,
So then we're just joking.
dead. Yeah,
We're just
yeah, we would
joking
be
the
just
entire time.
yeah, y'all would be joking at the.
But yeah, okay, so
Okay, what do I find?
Adam ends up finding
What?
Crockett.
Because Crockett is it's always.
I feel like it's not Crockett, but
I mean, Crockett was
could be Crockett.
Crockett was the ghost of Christmas future, you know. So
Eh.
is it
I
Dr.
think
Connor?
I think at this point it's just like this is the falling action. The climax is us three like battling it out, like defending you or something like that, and then like Sam just gets like stabbed somehow
Probably.
with mannequin arm, and then
Noah
It's
Gary or
just-
something catches my bag and, I'm done for. I can't keep spinning
It's like
anymore.
the Hulk with Loki.
and then Mark, who would be your downfall? Who would kill you?
Oh.
Be some like 4'2" woman.
You were like, I can't hit a woman. That's totally how you would go
Gentle
out.
giant, yeah.
You'd be like, oh man.
It'd be one of the altos from You Singers.
Yeah.
Call one of them out right now.
No.
But okay, and then I would probably I don't even know who would kill me.
It would be like all of them at once.
I feel like it'd be
Yeah, I
like
don't know.
They
At
all
that
just
point,
like
it's
kind
just
of
the
collapse on
cinematic
you.
like
Yeah.
all the
Just
lights
like-
are like-
Yeah, they all kind of collapse on
like
you and your
oh I
face
have my
slowly
golf
gets
club
covered.
above the horde and it's just like
That's all we can see.
Your lightsaber goes out.
my voice like starts like
It starts digitizing.
Oh, that's terrible.
Wow.
Your lightsaber just goes out right as you like fully die.
oh no.
And then afterwards, there's a scene where like where there are the mannequins of us, and then your lightsaber comes on. You're like holding it to your side.
And now it's red. It's red.
yeah, now it's red.
No, at that point, it'd just be this awkward moment. Everyone's swarming into the Jerusalem chamber. It'd be that awkward moment. Adam has already like, I don't know, made the peace treaty or something.
Everyone wakes up and they're piled on top of you.
Everyone's just, this is weird.
I think we get the rest of the day off classes.
I think we do.
So, if you want to get the rest of the day off classes, we just need to design.
Oh no.
Just do this quick little thing.
We need to get an engineer on that.
That's
Someone make a biomechanical weapon. Then we'll be all good.
Someone make a mannequin, a mechanical mannequin zombie plague.
So that was the first. That was the what?
we still haven't figured out what do I do to.
I think
I
we can
think-
leave that ambiguous.
Yeah.
I don't think
we
anyone
want to
wants to
know?
imagine.
I don't really. Yeah.
Or what if it's like in Spider-Man 2? I don't know. The one with Andrew Garfield, where
Well, Amazing Spider-Man.
Okay, continue.
I don't know. The one where like the evil doctor turns himself into a lizard and turns everyone else into a lizard. I think it's like an aerosol spray that he has to like
So what, I
spray
get
on
for
everyone or
freeze out?
something.
WD-40. I think he just like bests the leader in a contest of contortion, and it becomes their leader and just like frees all of them via the hive
I
mind.
guess so.
Oh,
Maybe.
He
like-
just goes into his brain chip and he's like, I release you.
I guess so. I think we could leave it mostly ambiguous
Yeah.
for the purpose of
For
plot
listeners' sake,
holes.
yeah.
And so I don't know about you guys. I thought it was a good first segment of that. That was kind of funny.
What a
But
story.
what a story. I mean, you can only find him here. I think we can all say that it could have been better. There could have been a better concept.
We could have had like a rough storyline in place and then just fleshed it out.
It
Yeah,
was
we could've.
entertaining though.
But
Well,
if you
that
guys,
was beautiful.
if anyone who is listening has any idea at all of what we should do as far as a story, you have a fun prompt, you have a question that you want us to answer, please email us at where is it?
Smith213pod@gmail.com, or you could just comment on Spotify
Is it-
or
Or
like
literally just tell one.
Or
Yeah, tell
or
one of
tell
us.
one of us,
Listen,
or
DM.
DM the Smith 213 podcast Instagram account,
Yep.
and I will take that into consideration. And please, we
everything-
want to hear from you guys because that makes it more interesting. The more you guys interact with us, the more interesting it is for those listening. So please contact us at any one of those.
They will be linked in the description.
Yes, linked in the description. So please check that out. As you can tell, we only did one segment. That's because we just got back, and I just got back from things, and it's all quite hectic. So this one was a little bit shorter today. Well, I don't know about shorter, but it was at least not as content heavy. But Mark.
Mark.
Time for the closing remarks.
Closing remarks.
The unanimous declaration of the 13 United States of America. When in the course of human events, it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitle them, a decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident. That all men are created equal.
Yes, sir.
That they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights. That among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. That whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it, and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Prudence, indeed, will dictate that governments long established should not be changed for light and transient causes, and accordingly, all experience hath shown that mankind are more disposed to suffer, while evils are sufferable, than to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which they are accustomed. But when a long train of abuses and usurpations, pursuing invariably the same object, evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty, to throw off such government, and to provide new guards for their future security. Such has been the patient sufferance of these colonies, and such is now the necessity which constrains them to alter their former systems of government. The history of the present King of Britain is a history of repeated injuries and usurpations, all having in direct object the establishment of an absolute tyranny over these states. To prove this, let facts be submitted to a candid world. He has refused his assent to laws, the most wholesome and necessary for the public good. He has forbidden his governors to pass laws of immediate and pressing importance.
Well, thank you for listening to Smith 213. This,
And when so suspended,
yeah, that's entertaining, Mark. Yeah.
Thank you so much for reading the entirety of the Declaration of Independence. As you can see, he puts a lot of thought into his final remarks. And
Yes.
we here at Smith 213 enjoy your undying faith and your if
Your
you've gotten
great
this far,
willingness,
good for you. If you've gotten this far, we thank you for your dedication of listening to the entirety of whatever this is. And
people would relinquish the
what
right
Mark is trying to say is he loves his country.
Indeed. He is a true American. One might even say a true American hero. He is the great Mark Small, the one and only, the ginger.
the sole purpose of fatigue.
Only he could come up with this.
I don't think I would have spoken through the Declaration of Independence for that long.
Yeah, that dragged on a little bit. Not gonna lie. Like, not to insult those great men, those great founding fathers who wrote said Declaration of Independence. It is a beautiful piece of literature. It is absolutely wonderful. But still, reading through the entirety of it on a podcast where we only have a limited amount of time. Yes, this is kind of a poignant comment, but whatever. It takes true dedication, dedication which I have rarely seen in a man. So thank you, Mr. Mark Small, for this great reading of this greatly influential document which we so need in this great country.
Yeah.
And as always, great listeners of Smith 213, thank you so much for listening to us. us ramble on and us tell these random stories. And I hope you genuinely enjoyed this episode.
Let us know if you made it to the end. Obviously, we're going to stop talking now, and we're going to let Mark read the rest of the Declaration of Independence, which I think he's still reading it. But let us know if you made it to the end. Comment and.
But yeah, as we said earlier, email us, DM us on Instagram, comment below the episode, especially on like Spotify. And once we get it up on YouTube, Jack, we got to work on that.
Yeah.
Once we get it up on YouTube, you can comment there. Comment your ideas, suggestions, what we should do more of, what we should do less of. Yeah, just comment. Give us feedback. We are really looking for feedback.
Mm-hmm. We're kind of doing it how we think it should be done, but obviously we are not the general public. So if you guys want to hear more about just how college is going, we can do more of that. I think we have some plans for just some more of those subjects, but we honestly kind of go week to week and plan it, so please give us more ideas. We need them because we are doing this on top of everything else that college has to offer.
The next episode should be out Sunday. What day is it? Sunday, February 1st, actually.
Wait.
No, that's in April. All right, that's all. Jack?
Catch you next time.
Become the executioners of their friends and brethren, or to fall themselves by their hands. He has excited domestic insurrections among us, and has endeavored to bring on the inhabitants of our frontiers the merciless Indian savages, whose known rule of warfare is an indistinguished destruction of all ages, sexes, and conditions. We're almost there. In every stage of these oppressions, we have petitioned for redress in the most humble terms. Our repeated petitions have been answered only by repeated injury. A prince whose character is thus marked by every act which may define a tyrant is unfit to be the ruler of a free people. Nor have we been wanting in attentions to our British brethren. We have warned them from time to time of attempts by their legislature to extend an unwarrantable jurisdiction over us. We have reminded them of the circumstances of our immigration and settlement here. We have appealed to their native justice and magnanimity, and we have conjured them by the ties of our common kindred to disavow these usurpations, which would inevitably interrupt our connections and correspondence. They too have been deaf to the voice of justice and of consanguinity. We must, therefore, acquiesce in the necessity which denounces our separation, and hold them, as we hold the rest of mankind, enemies in war, in peace, friends. We, therefore, the representatives of the United States of America in General Congress, assembled, appealing to the Supreme Judge of the world for the rectitude of our intentions, do, in the name and by authority of the good people of these colonies, solemnly publish and declare that these united colonies are, and of right ought to be, free and independent states, that they are absolved from all allegiance to the British Crown, and that all political connection between them and the state of Great Britain is and ought to be totally dissolved, and that as free and independent states, they have full power to levy war, conclude peace, contract alliances, establish commerce, and to do all other acts and things which independent states may of right do. And for the support of this declaration, with a firm reliance on the protection of divine providence, we mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor.
The end.
Thank you.
America!